Hi guys, so one of the things that I'm going to be trying to do as we go throughout the semester is I'm going to try to open up the PowerPoints that I'm posting in Schoology and talking about them in a video so that you guys are kind of getting a similar experience to those that are in class. So I have opened up this first PowerPoint that we started on the first day of school, or it might have been the second day of school, but we started on Thursday. We're talking about ancient Greece as a quick review, all right? So this is something that you guys definitely need to know because these are the different types of governments that existed in ancient Greece. Now, these governments still exist today. So you definitely need to know these government types. These 4 government types, plus the ones we can go over in this PowerPoint, will definitely be on our test that we have for this unit. So make sure that you write these down. All right, 2000 BC. The Greeks are starting to create city-states. Basically, a city-state is an established city that has their own government, and they're able to choose their own type of government. So we have the monarchy, where one person called a monarch rules. Monarchy, king or queen, generally. An aristocracy is a government that's ruled by a small group of land-owning noble families. An oligarchy is a government that is ruled by a few powerful people. And a democracy is a government that is elected by the people, and it means rule of the people. Demokratia is the Greek word for democracy, and it literally means rule of the people. Now, Athens was the largest and most powerful, not the most powerful, but it was one of the most powerful city-states in Greece. Now, citizens were adult males who lived in Athens, and they had certain rights and responsibilities. One of those responsibilities was to vote on who served in the assembly. Ladies and anybody who would have been, a slave, which could have been anybody, by the way, during this time period. We're not citizens yet, so only adult males. So really, none of us were citizens because none of you boys are old enough, and ladies, we're not allowed. All right, so in about 600 BC, Athens is having problems, and in 54 BC, Solon began to change things. Now, he had come into power a few years before that, and he started to change things. And one of those things was if you were in debt, you could sell yourself into slavery so that you could get rid of that debt. That obviously needed to be changed. He also changed how citizenship was determined. You were a citizen based on your wealth now. And if you were a free male, if you were a man who was not a slave, you were now a citizen. And a citizen could bring charges against somebody who had done wrong against them. But remember, Athens is still limited in their democracy. Women, slaves, anybody who was not from Athens was not allowed to have citizenship. So only about 1/10 of people were considered a citizen. So Pericles took over Athens in 461 BC, and he led until 429. Now, it was under his rule that Athens becomes a direct democracy. This is something that you need to know as well. A direct democracy is actually a government type that exists today, and basically, it is a form of government where citizens rule and make laws themselves rather than doing it through representatives. Now, we do not have direct democracy in the United States, but there are people who do in the world today. So Athens, one of the things that characterizes Greek city-states is that they were always at war with one another. And so Athens and Sparta was another city-state. They were at war with each other quite a bit, and because they were at war with each other all the time, that weakened their states. And that allowed for another city-state, Macedonia, to come in and to take over them both. And that ended democracy in Athens for a while. So it was in the 4th century BC, so 400 to 300 BC, that a lot of great thinkers were starting to appear in Athens. And we call those people philosophers today. They used logic and reason to investigate the nature of the universe and human society and morality. They believed that the universe, which is the land, sky, the sea, that everything is put together in an orderly fashion, and that the laws are absolute and they don't change. They also believed that a person could understand these laws through logic and reason. So let's look at two famous philosophers. So the first one would be Socrates. Socrates is somebody that you will probably study later on if you continue your education into college. He encouraged his students to ask questions of their beliefs. And his question and answer approach that he introduced is known as the Socratic method. And people still use the Socratic method today. We will use the Socratic method in class. Plato was one of his students, and he is another famous philosopher. He wrote a book called The Republic, and in this book, he puts forth his vision of a society that is governed by a wise philosopher king, not somebody who is rich or powerful. All right, so that is ancient Greece. So that's ancient Greece. I hope this has been a great quick review for you. Please let me know if you have any questions. We will be probably testing on this unit in the next couple of weeks. So please let me know if you have any questions, okay? Good luck, you guys.